Well, if I don't necessarily think it will be. Last week when we talked, I think it was on Tuesday, we talked about how the percentage of stocks in the S&P above the 10-day moving average had dropped down to single digits, and how the VIX index, I think it was around 37. The 10-day rate of change on the VIX was at a really elevated level in the 70s. And when that's happened before, you don't want to be a seller at that point. You should be expecting a reflex rally. The market's up, like the S&P's up almost 8% from the intraday low on Friday. We're talking about 3.5 days. It's been a crazy volatile environment, which is what happens when you're in this transition period of monetary policy and economic growth.
And in terms of the stocks that have sold off the most, Arc Universe, for example, obviously PayPal in focus today, stocks that have fallen, let's say 50%, do you think it's more likely that they bounce back and double from here to where they were, or that they half again?
No, I think, well, the situation is this. The Fed is in a box. It's what has impacted those stocks is the Fed and interest rates. The Fed's in a box. We've talked about it before, where over the next 2 months, unemployment's going to stay low and current inflation is going to stay high. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case once we get through the summertime, but that puts them in a box because the economic activity is starting to roll over as you transition the economy from buying stuff to doing stuff. Now, the buying stuff, you're coming into it with a historic level of wholesale inventories, because given the supply chain constraints, you have excess ordering, you have a scramble to get products. So we've created this huge inventory level. The ISM is rolling over, which, I'm not a second derivative guy. I don't think that really works that great. It's slowing down. It's supposed to. We're doing what we're supposed to do at this point in the cycle. In like 2005 and 2011, that created a very tumultuous first half. So we're getting a great bounce in the stocks that got smoked the most. But when you have that kind of technical pattern coupled with still that Fed and economic backdrop, it's going to take a little while to bottom them out. I don't think it's going to be this, up and off to the races like it was in the post-pandemic scenario.